spoken spontaneously. Unlike me, who can't speak generally well at all. But welcome to Tom's View Photography and Adventures, Naturally Illustrated. We're heading up to Gargantua Harbour for 2 days of backcountry camping. Konrad invited me. I was scared of it, therefore I had to say yes because of the Yes Theory podcast people. So if anything happens to me, it's their fault.
Seek discomfort.
Yeah, seek discomfort. So I'm used to glamping, where you have a 24-foot travel trailer with a kitchen and a furnace and air conditioning and a fridge and a freezer, and you know, like, roughing it means you have to do dishes by hand. That's what I'm used to. What are you used to?
So this trip is going to be, to me, it's half glamping. Just out of the stuff that we have, the typical backcountry camp out, we would typically have a lot less gear. But since our campsite's going to be a short walk from the car, it's kind of just like a car camping trip with a further walk.
Baby steps.
Exactly. The next vlog, we're going full of portaging and all.
Well, I didn't know about the portage, but I thought we were kayaking on Midge. It's the next one.
Okay, yeah. Well,
one of those island campsites sounds pretty cool.
We won't be portaging the first one, but the second canoe trip is with portages.
He's making the very bold assumption that I'm going to survive this one.
Oh yeah, don't worry.
And in behind, we have our watchdog, who's kind of hiding. Lukas, you want to say hi? Oh, there he is. Hello. Oh, you don't need your nose print on the lens, no. That's our guard dog, who'll keep the bears away and the coyotes and the wolves and any park rangers. Konrad was so nice to point out that it's not pronounced Gargantua, it is pronounced
Gargantua.
So I am therefore corrected. Got your illegal left turn on video.
Pretend that there was a car behind us.
We now follow this rather lovely gravel road for 13 kilometers, and it takes about half an hour because it's in bad shape, all the way down to the shoreline of Lake Superior. And the journey continues and continues. It's what, 15 minutes in? Give or take?
I don't remember. It feels like it.
Yeah. Hey. Oh, who's stuck around a tree, huh? Who's stuck around a tree? Oh, poor guy. That poor puppy, huh? Let's undo him here. Huh? Gargantua Harbour.
You know what this tool is called?
No clue.
It's a spondonicle.
Spondonicle?
Spondonicle. That's a real term.
Half the time I think he makes up this stuff.
No, it's for real. Learned it in college.
So talk about this stew, homemade stew you made for this trip.
It's a basic stew. Potatoes, carrots, beef, green peas, and secret recipe sauce.
And how long did it take to make?
Including the prep work of cutting all the vegetables, it was an 8.5 hour job. Of course, it was all slow cooked. So the meat is nice. Like, it's basically like it's pulled beef, I guess. It's super yummy, tender. Before putting the beef in the slow cooker, I did sear the beef. Apparently that gives off some flavor if you do that prior to putting it in the slow cooker. So just mixing it because it doesn't take much to reheat, and I don't want it to get stuck and burnt to the pot. Kind of is already. Try to lower it down. It's as low as it goes there. It burnt a little bit down there. Take up my flint and spoon. Yep, just use this.
Yeah. The park warden dropped by and said he had to be leashed up, so he's real happy. Good morning of day 2 of the Gargantua camping adventure with Tonzi Photography and Adventures and Naturally Illustrated, who's still sleeping over there right now. At least I think he's sleeping. The doggo and I already been on a nice walk and he's already tangling himself up. Sleep was interesting. I was like semi-conscious half the night. The waves rolling into the shore was quite relaxing, quite enjoyable. Lukas was a good dog through the night. I think he wanted to bark, twice, and I stopped him. I could hear him starting to rumble in his throat. Don't want to wake anybody up. But I have to say, this backcountry camping in Gargantua, it is breathtaking. Gorgeous sand beach. Your nearest neighbor is like 200 feet in either direction, and it's just great. I've been here like on day trips before, but I never stayed overnight. I've never been here at sunrise, and never been here at sunset. Never had a campfire here, and wow, it really does make quite the difference. But looking forward to a really long hike today, going out to Gargantua Harbour, Wart Bay, and also Devil's Chair. So more to come. On the hike to the actual harbor, then Wart Bay, and hopefully Devil's Chair. And I was mistaken. He wasn't sleeping. He was out canoeing. Gargantua Harbour.
What? I feel like we're the first people to be here this year.
It could be.
Probably just to have at home.
No, it was very tasty. I'm assuming you're in frame.
What?
Said I'm assuming you're in frame.
Kind of tilted to the trees.
There you go. Never said I was a great videographer. Made it to Gargantua River. A little waterfall here. Well, we made it to Wart Bay. Had lunch. It was delicious. We've worked up an appetite. Conditions couldn't be nicer. Navigator Konrad's determining how we get to Devil's Chair. And a monarch just flew by. Hey, you ready, buddy? You ready? Good boy, Lukas. Good boy. Yeah. Ha ha. What a good boy. Yeah. An unimpressed boy, but we have arrived. An arduous battle, questionable trail, but we made it. Time for a break. The artist naturally illustrated with his illustration, and then behind him is what he illustrated. Anything you want to say about your illustration? What inspired you to do it?
Well, it was mainly this trip, coming out here. I knew it was a special spot to many people, and especially First Nations people, and so I wanted to make a piece to commemorate this trip, and boy, my expectations were blown away. I didn't think it was going to be... I knew it was going to be beautiful, but I didn't know it was going to be this beautiful. And the hard trek to get here was definitely worth it, and yeah, it's just amazing. The Nana Biju's chair right in front of us here. It used to have an archway, but it's been eroded away by waters and rains. Probably like 4 or 5 years ago, I think.
And ice.
And ice,
freezing,
yeah.
the freezing action.
That's true, yeah. Lake Superior is, right now it looks pretty tame, but it could be pretty ferocious, but the rock that forms that, and a lot of the rock that's right here it's all this dark volcanic rock. I'm not an expert in geology, so I don't really know what specifically it is, but it's a unique beach, because most beaches that we've encountered have been like a pale sand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas here it's you pan over there, it's a dark sand.
It's like Vik in Iceland, volcanic sand.
Yeah. So it's definitely a unique area in the geology sense, but also in a spiritual way as well for many folks as well. So yeah, glad to be able to be here and experience that.
Me too. Another gorgeous morning here at Gargantua Harbour. Last night was a bear of a hike back from the Devil's Chair. It's the longest hike I've ever done, 20 kilometers. We were dead tired when we got back, but we had a swim in the lake, cooked up some supper, then a little campfire, a short one, and then it was time for bed. And we were treated with a very powerful lightning and thunder and rainstorm, which went for several hours last night, but all went well. And slowly going to be packing up camp, getting ready to head home. All good things come to an end. Lukas worked up an appetite yesterday, huh? Yes, he did. Yes, he's very hungry again this morning. Oh, what a good doggo. We're packed up and we are making the long trek back to Highway 17. It's about a 14-kilometer road. I think I talked about it on the way in. Hasn't gotten any better with the thunderstorm. As you can see, even with Rocksteady on, I'm sure your screen made you nauseous. But Lukas is happy. Konrad, are you happy?
Yeah, I am. Kind of sad that we had to leave so early, but I'd stayed there another couple nights.
I would have with a thicker air mattress. What was your top highlight?
Oof. I mean, it's hard to pick one. I mean, the whole goal of the trip was to go to Nana Biju's chair, and so I'm happy that we accomplished that goal.
I thought it was really cool to see with your drawing of Nana Biju's chair at the spot, and like get photos and video of it and stuff. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, but everything was really good. Really am glad I got a paddle in yesterday morning too. That was super nice. Otherwise, yeah, it's great. Great campsite, and definitely gonna come back for sure.
Yeah, you couldn't have had a better campsite as far as I'm concerned. Sand beach right on Lake Superior, very, very private, but close enough that it was easy enough to make multiple trips to bring supplies in from the parking lot. That thunderstorm last night, I wish I would have thought to actually turn this thing on and just watch the tent blow from the sheet lightning and all that. It was amazing. But
yeah, we had quite a storm last night.
But even our little campfires, I think, were a pretty nice highlight, and
yep.
You know, the dog having a good time and actually swimming for the first time was pretty cool. So I really enjoyed it, and I definitely want to. I will actually give up glamping to do camping if it means getting access to campsites like what we had this trip. So
yeah, 100%. It's worth it, and they're cheaper than the campgrounds.
Oh, much cheaper.
Much cheaper.
Well, especially if you don't have to haul a 24-foot travel trailer and spending $600 on gas. So
yeah.
With the new gas prices. Ooh, it's nice over there. Yeah.
I don't remember the name. I think it might be Noisy Lake. Something with an N.
But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next adventure.